Imagine a scrappy Chinese battery factory at Tesla's Elon Musk laughed off as a joke, then secretly built an EV empire so massive it just hit 10 million vehicles, the first automaker ever to do, while leaving Detroit dinosaurs and Silicon Valley in the dust. How did this no-name underdog hijack half the world's auto supply chain, outpace global giants with buses, ships, and solar tech, and rewrite the rules of transportation? You won't believe the wild pivots, crushed prototypes, and billion-dollar baits that turned rust bucket factories into a trillion-dollar threat. This isn't just business history, it's a revolution. Buckle up. Flashback to when China's car industry was a punchline. Picture crumbling state factories belching out vehicles so primitive they made donkey carts look futuristic. No real tech, no scale, just outdated assembly lines copying Soviet designs, producing maybe a few thousand units a year that broke down faster than they sold. Foreign brands laughed from afar, dominating with their shiny imports. Enter Wang Chuanfu, a chemist turned entrepreneur who saw batteries not as side gigs, but as the future fuel. In the mid-90s, he bootstraps BYD from nothing, battling giants like Sony and Panasonic in a cutthroat market where margins were razor-thin and knockoffs ruled. Early days, grinding in Shenzhen workshops, reverse engineering cells to undercut prices by 30%. But Wang wasn't stopping at power packs, he added the auto game, knowing batteries plus cars equals unstoppable. Here's where genius kicks in. Wang spots she owned Kinchuan Automobile, a state-owned zombie limping since the late 80s, saddled with debt, outdated tech, and zero innovation. It's got one ace, a precious production license, the golden ticket new entrants beg for, but rarely got amid China's tight regs. In 2003, he swoops in with 269 million Hong Kong dollars chump change for the prize grab's 77% stake, and rebrands it BYD Auto, shareholders free. This wasn't in the plan, but Wang's vision? Leverage BYD's battery wizardry to birth electric vehicles, skipping the gas engine rat race. He pours cash into expanding Kinchuan's dusty factories, hires ex-military engineers, and integrates vertical supply chains, batteries, motors, chassis all in-house. Risky? Hell yes. Xi'an's track record was spotty. Clunky trucks and sedans that rusted overnight. But Wang bet on synergy, turning a corpse into a launchpad. First swing, epic fail. The 316 prototype rolls out ugly as sin, with mismatched panels and a design that screamed budget disaster. Dealers took one look and bolted. Wang, furious, grabs a sledgehammer and demolishes it on-site, a viral moment that became company legend, teaching humility over hubris. Lesson learned: pivot fast. Enter the F3 sedan, a blatant Corolla clone, but priced at half. Packed with cheap BYD parts, China's price-sensitive buyers ate it up. 63,000 units year one, 100,000 in 20 months, flooding streets from Beijing to Guangzhou. Then F6, Accord-inspired curves at rock-bottom cost, doubling down. Critics scream copycat, but BYD defended. Non-patented tweaks, legal hustle to build volume. This reverse engineering playbook dismantling Japanese hits in secret labs, iterating overnight catapulted them into the top tier. By mid-decade, factories hummed 24/7s, but Wang dreamed bigger. EVs to leapfrog the West. 2006 marks the pivot. BYD spins up an electric vehicle research institute, pouring billions into R&D. Wang declares war, dominate China, by mid-2010s. World by 2025 betting EVs bypass oil dependency and emission traps. 2008 Geneva Motor Show, mic drop. F3DM debuts as the world's first production plug-in hybrid, blending gas and electric with BYD's Blade batteries for safety edge. Institutional fleets bite first taxes. Gov contracts but 2010 retail push by China subsidies flops hard, scraping hundreds of units amid charging infra woes. Same year, Detroit unveils E6. Pure EV with 400 kilometers range. Sleek taxi design. US entry teased, but tariffs and doubts pivoted to Chinese fleets. Still, momentum builds mid-2009. Auto Arm drives 55% revenue. Xi'an and Shenzhen plant scale to millions capacity. R&D hires top talent from Tsinghua. Patents stack up. Subsidies flow like candy, but over-reliance looms. Bid goes ham. Dealerships blanket China from megasties to villages, chasing a OK annual output by 2010. Reality bites 517K units. Quality scandals, leaky roofs, glitchy electronics tank rep, urban outlets flee. Growing pains everywhere. Too many eggs in volume basket, skimping on testing, dealer training chaos. Wang hits reset quality squads audit lines, supplier purges, brand campaigns with celebs. Diversify smart, electric buses explode. Hunan pilot deploys 1000 K9S 305 kilometers range. Fast charge in 30 minutes, slashing city emissions. Global buzz. London, LA fleets trial them. 2010 Daimler JV spawns Denza Premium EVs with Mercedes polish. 2012 concept wows, though Daimler dips in 2024. 2013 Dynasty series. Chin plug-in hybrid blends style and 80 kilometers electric only. Outsells rivals by 2014. Proving hybrids bridge the gap. Peak subsidy era. 2016 jackpot 1 billion yuan tops profits, fueling moonshot R&D. But 2017 policy shift yanks the rug. Subsidies phase out. Sales crater 20%. Profits evaporate. 2019 nadir. Market glut. Trade wars. Wang shifts from conqueror to survivor. Slashing costs, idling plants. Deep dive reveals cracks over dependence on Gov cash, weak IP fortress, export naivety, response, ruthless efficiency, vertical integration deepens 97% parts in-house, Blade battery 2.0 debuts safer, cheaper, software stacks rival Tesla's ODA, layoff sting. But culture shifts to innovation over handouts. Wang's mantra, earn it the hard way. 2020 chaos births opportunity. COVID accelerates EV shift. Gov pushes green recovery. Consumers crave clean rides. BYD nails it. In-house chips dodge shortages. Siegel Micro EV teases affordability. Sales explode for to 7K to 3 million. By 2023, 7x surge as NEVs claim 27.5% China share from 5.8%. Ditch gas engines entirely pure NEV focus. Siegel launches April 2023. Sub $12,000. 300 kilometers range. 2,000 units in 7 months. Cracking mass market. Export surge. Europe, Brazil, Thailand eat up Atto 3 crossovers. Battery tech, phosphoric iron cheaper, fireproof, scaling gigafactories to 1 terawatt-hour per year. 2023 frenzy. 5M then 6M NEVs roll-off. Wang rallies Chinese firms. Unite or perish versus foreign wolves. Jan 2024. BYD Explorer no doubt one Ro-Ro ship christened to 100 meters beast ferrying thousands to Europe. Dodging Suez chaos. Acquires Yongan P&C insurance. Flip Steve specialist covers 7 provinces. Tackles high premiums with data-driven policies. Nov 2024. 30th bash hits 10 meters and EVS world first from 20 souls to 1 meter employees. 30 plus countries. $100 billion plus valuation whispers. Bids reshaping everything EVs from code to necessity. US battle. Upfront premiums versus gas, but Goldman Sachs forecasts battery costs plunging 30% to 15 to 20% by 2030 via nickel. Lithium mining booms. Solid-state breakthroughs. China dominates 60% global production. BYD's 30% share terrifies. India? 91% EV growth to 1.5 meters FY to 3. Exports via Stellantis Egg 3 to Indonesia subcontinent's awakening. Europe tariffs loom, but BYD localizes Hungary plant. Africa, SE Asia. Cheap seagulls conquer potholes. Future? Autonomous fleets. Hydrogen hybrids. BYD's ecosystem solar plus storage plus cars grids the world. Bids arc from prototype wreckage to empire screams resilience. Wang's baits. Buy low, integrate deep. Pivot relentless. Lessons for startups. Vertical control kills costs. Subsidies or traps. EVs aren't fad, their fate. Rivals scramble. Bid sales on. This underdog tale's just heating up. What's BYD's next bombshell? Spill in comments, smash like, sub for Unfiltered Biz Saga's next drops fire.